Arsenal Pete, like to be joined by Savage Dan ahead of Saturday night. Dan, thanks for giving us a bit of your time. Appreciate you've probably done a lot of interviews today. What do you think of the event? What do you think of the press conference today?
No, I've only done 2, so we're good. We're good for now. I'm not tired yet. I thought the press conference was good. I think it's a super strong card. Obviously, it was supposed to be Beyond Dreamer versus Naval and Riapo versus Turchi, but I think 2 fighters dropping out, one getting COVID and one having an injury, has actually made for a more interesting top of the bill. There's a bit of history, obviously, between Riapo and Juma, and they've had their bits of needle over the years and stuff like that. Sparred plenty of rounds and all. So I think the top of the bill is a very, very interesting fight, and a clash of styles. I'm interested to see how it goes. You know, I like Richard a lot. Richard's obviously a boxer fighter. Dion's a friend, which makes things difficult. I feel a little bit conflicted, but it's you know, when I zoom out and I just become a fan, it's a great fight.
I think, as you said, it's a bit of needle in the press conference there. Do you think the beef is genuine? Is there a genuine dislike of each other? Will there be respect shown off? How would you describe the relationship between the two?
I would say there is I wouldn't even know if it's dislike, but they've bothered each other for years. I think that's accurate to say. I've been there throughout the years as well. I've seen the back and forths. So you know, not that much has been made of their history until today, when you started to realise that they've actually followed each other's paths for the last 5-10 years. So it's legit. It's definitely legit. It's genuine. I wouldn't know. I don't say there's a dislike. I'd say there's a respect, but there's a competitive nature about them. They're both fighters in the same division from London. They've sparred each other. Boxing's a small fraternity. You know, you end up having to rub shoulders with the same people. They've almost fought before a couple of times. Never have, and because of that, there's friction. You know, and I think after the fight, regardless of what happens, there will be respect.
Fantastic. And once to go right into the undercards, just want to ask you a straight up question. If we got like the Azim brothers, Caroline Dubois, plenty of talent on the undercard, a couple of debutants as well. Aside from the main event, if you could only watch one fight on the undercard, if they only had time to watch one fight on the undercard, which one should they pick?
It could be the English title fight, because they're always barnstormers. Because you're asking me and I'm me, I'm gonna go. Are you talking about the undercard? Not
any fight.
Any
fight outside the main event.
Then I'm looking at Matthew Tinker versus Dan Aziz versus Matthew Tinker. That fight is a genuine fight. A lot of people don't know Matthew Tinker. He's not been here. He's been in America, and it's crazy how the universe works, because I was in New York in December for the Lomachenko Commie fight, and I spoke to Matthew, and I said, I'm going to come and see you. I didn't get around to it. It was just the time and the schedule didn't work. And then, you know, a few months on, he's fighting on a boxer show, a late call against Dan Aziz, who he has history with, because they fought before in the amateurs. He obviously fought Dan when he was green, and in Dan's word, battered him. And like he did to everyone, I sparred hundreds of rounds with Matthew Tinker. Not an easy spar, never an easy night. He's so busy, he's on you all the time. Very, very good fighter. So that's an interesting fight, considering the fact that people will look at it and they've only heard of Dan Aziz. They're expecting him to win this fight, especially after his performance against Jose Burton. But I'm guessing there could be an argument here as well. Obviously 3 threes and 10 threes or 12 threes or whatever it is very, very different, but it's a very good fight. That's the one I'm most interested in. But with my promoter hat on, well, Adam Azim, a big fight. It's a big step up, and there's a lot of Mars. You know, he's massive for the weight, absolutely the giant. If you can utilise that, you can make it a long fight for Adam. So that's another interesting fight. We've got Hassan on the card. We've got Caroline Dubois in a second professional bout. We've got Jamie Takibi. You know, I've heard good things about him. I spoke to David Adelaide, who's a friend of mine. Asked him if Takibi, you know, what do you know about Takibi? Because there's not much to see on him. He goes, yeah, he's good, and that's good coming from David, because David doesn't rate many people. So you know, that's interesting. We've got Congo coming back, you know, in a fight we haven't seen him for some time. You know, we need to see a new and improved version of him. So it's a good card overall, but as you go at every level, you know, I'm not sure how we're going to do the running order, because at every level it's a good fight or a good fight.
That's exactly. It's really, really exciting. As you said, there's so much going on. You talked us through it. I've just got one question about Matthew Tinker. I interviewed him about 10 minutes ago, and I couldn't get him to say anything. Same with the press conference. I think it's fair to say he's a bit of a silent assassin. Can you tell us anything about about his personality, or is that usually just like he's just a quiet guy?
No, he's a quiet guy. He's a fighter. You know, in the gym he was. You get characters in the gym, the big loud ones, you know, and you know they're always going to be at a press conference and they'll be big and loud. It's just part of their persona. He was a fighter through and through, you know, and he would help me because he was way further on in this progression than I was when I was there. He would help. He would give good advice. He would do, you know, all the things that, you know, a fighter does. But he is most comfortable fighting. He doesn't care about all the media stuff. If I'm totally honest, as you get, you know, further on, you start realizing actually it's better for your profile. It's an obligation. It's something that you should do if you want to grow as a boxer. But ultimately, he's a fighter and he just wants to fight, you know. And speaking to him, he is confident. He's confident, you know, to take a fight against Dan Aziz, having seen what he just did against Jose Burton at short notice, flying over from New York, saying, "Yeah, I'm ready," and meaning it. That's the thing, you know. I'm looking at him, watching him. He's like, "Bro, I'm going to win this fight." Yeah, you know, it's scary.
Exciting time. Looking forward to it. Final question from me, Dan. There's been some rumours going around this week that obviously we've got the DAZN, Keith Martinez, Josh Warrington show. I don't know if this is true, but there's a rumour that you guys are going to have an earlier ring walk time for the main event to avoid a clash. Can you spread any light on that, or is that not true?
I mean, look, I don't know. That's probably a better question for Ed and the guys who are at Sky who will do the running order. I'm guessing both us and DAZN will try and do everything to make sure that we're not clashing. But you've seen how many fights there are, and you never know what's going to happen when there could be a knockout. There might not be. There might be no knockouts. It's so hard, so you have to keep kind of grip. Both teams are going to have to keep track of each other and work out where they are and where they can pull back or push forward and what it is, whatever we have to do in order to make it so that fans can watch both fights.
The thing is, I just wanted to ask, sorry, I know that was my last question, but I've got one more now. There's often debate on Twitter between fans on fight nights about when the perfect ring walk time is. Obviously, we see some happen at like 9:30, 9:45, and then you get some that don't happen until 10:45, sometimes 11 o'clock. And there's obviously people saying, oh, you know, I want to be in bed, or I can't be watching this anymore. From a fan, I know you're a fan as well as a pundit, but from a fan's perspective, when do you like to see it happen? Are you an early guy? Are you a later guy? What's your opinion?
When in doubt, just go in the middle. So if early is 9:30 and late is 11 o'clock, then 10:20 seems about right. I thought the ring walk time for Calm Brook, which was around 10:20, was a perfect time. I think it's a good time. But good time is it's so dependent on who the person is. Maybe somebody's waiting to go out after the fight, so of course they want an earlier one. Maybe someone's wanting to go to bed, so they want an earlier one. Maybe somebody's loving the boxing so much that they want to see the float fight, and they want as much boxing as well. So you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. It's been like this for years. Boxing's always dependent on how the fights before it go. You could have 3 10-round fights that all go the distance, and that pushes your main event further on. It's just how it goes. So I think as long as you're in between 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock, 9:30 and 10:45, I think just
Fantastic. You can't please everybody.
You can't.
Dan, thank you for your time today. We'll catch up with you on Friday.
Thank you. I'll see you on Saturday.
Thanks, mate.